What's up, guys? Traded some knives today for something that I've been after for a while, or looking forward to for a while. I still look blue and pink for some reason. I've adjusted the white balance manually, but still look weird. All this looks right, but I don't. Been after this for a while, or known about it for a while, and wanted it. It's the Benchmade Mini-Onslaught, but it's an exclusive run with carbon fiber and D2 blade. The dealer had to be present at SHOT Show to get this knife. So to my surprise, my local knife shop actually did have a representative at SHOT Show. So that's pretty cool. But traded a few knives for this and got 4 of them. I probably won't need all 4 of them, but I don't know, may sell them down the road. Really nice knife. This isn't a review, it's just kind of showing you guys this knife because I like it. It's a knife that is pretty unique, uses unique materials. Well, carbon fiber is not really unique anymore. It's kind of ubiquitous now, but you get the drift. The carbon fiber is really, really nice. Probably some of the nicest that I've ever seen on any folder, production or custom. You can see that it's machined. You can see the faint diagonal machining marks. So it's not hand finished or anything, but it is extremely nice, extremely smooth, and has a really nice look to it. Especially has kind of a chatoyance to it. You can see it reflects light differently in different angles. Some carbon fiber doesn't do that, like of course this has a peel ply texture on it, but you get what I'm saying. Even the tilt, it does do that same thing, but it's kind of limited in its depth. These scales are just really vibrant, really refractive, or reflective. Refractive is not the right word. The D2 blade is satin finished, what they call satin. It does look like it's bead blasted. It's not rough or anything. It's a very smooth finish, but it does appear to be bead blasted. There's no satin, there's no grind lines at all on this. It just literally looks blasted. You do have these nice blue standoffs back here, which is a really nice touch. I like blue, some people don't, but blue is my favorite color, so I really like that. All the hardware has this black chrome look to it, unlike the regular production model. I do like that a lot. It subdues the knife a little bit and draws your attention to the carbon fiber and not the really shiny hardware. I'm not going to really talk about ergonomics or anything because that's for a review. If you've handled a Mini-Onslaught, you know it's really comfortable. I can see how some people don't like it. But for me, in my hands, it's very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. And even though there's no choil, I do feel safe choking up and then laying my thumb right there in that little groove and getting down with some cutting. It's really, really comfortable. I'm going to do a cut test with this since the blade is ground so thin. It is really ground fairly thin, as you can tell. That is pretty thin at the edge, and it doesn't get very thick at all near the spine. So this blade should cut well, and the D2 Benchmade runs it fairly hard. I think in between 60 and 62. So it should cut well and perform really well. Fit and finish on this is amazing. The regular Mini-Onslaughts are great to begin with, but this is another level. I messed with about 10 of these, opened the boxes of about 10 of them, and they were all perfect. I had a hard time picking them because they were all perfect. There's absolutely no blade play. None. I mean, it's rock solid despite it being a fairly small and delicate knife, what I would consider delicate. It has absolutely no blade play, but yet the blade still drops free and swings freely. And keep in mind the blade has not a lot of mass because it is so thin, but it just drops freely and swings freely. As long as you pull the axis lock back, it just swings. And this sets the bar for production smoothness. if you ever get the chance to hold one of these, please do, because it honestly, once you get past the little detent that the axis lock gives you, it really sets the bar for production smoothness. It is smoother than my Sebenza. I don't know how that's possible, but it is in fact smoother than my Sebenza. I mean, it takes no effort at all to move the blade out. I mean, no effort at all. And you feel no grittiness, you feel nothing. It's just one fluid opening motion that takes no effort whatsoever. I've never felt a production knife that is as smooth as this, and that goes for all 4 that I got. And that's pretty amazing, honestly. I love Sebenzas, but not even Sebenzas are that consistent to me. They vary from knife to knife, and probably because they are hand fit, and that's part of the walk and talk with a Sebenza, is they are hand fit, and they all are going to differ a little bit. Whoever was assembling these knives did a really good job, though. It is just a regular production Benchmade. It's not a gold class or anything, but this could be considered a gold class. Maybe with M390 steel, it would have been a gold class, but the D2 is fine. And as far as consistency and fit and finish go, these 4 knives are the top I've ever seen. They are really built that well. No sharp edges. The little swedge up here is even rounded. I mean, there's just little touches that went into this knife that make it really, really nice. They actually are in stock in a few places on the internet, so if you want one, I would go get it, because it's a really, really, really well built custom or production knife. You can see the liners are pretty heavily milled out. It is a light knife. For its size, I wouldn't call it super light, because it does have a little heft to it. If I had to guesstimate, I would say 4 ounces, something like that. Again, that's just my hand. I haven't weighed it or anything. But yeah, it's an awesome knife. You can see how little effort it takes to get the blade to come out. It takes no effort. No effort whatsoever. And it just drops free. I've never seen anything like that on a knife that doesn't have a pivot bushing like the Para 2. This is just straight washers on a regular sandwich construction knife, and it's that smooth and that solid. I mean, there is no blade play. It's really quite amazing. I can't really give you anything other than my initial overview, since I've only had it for a few hours so far. But if you can get one of these, I suggest doing it, because it's a gem of a production blade. The shape is funky. It's a Lum design, and he has some pretty crazy stuff. I think it is a traditional design, though. I'm not sure on that, but I think all his stuff is pretty much modeled after traditional Chinese designs. I think they're Chinese. Not important, but axis lock, as you can already tell. I mean, you know it's axis lock, and Torx construction. Pretty much your standard Mini-Onslaught, except for the blade steel, the standoffs, the handles, and the hardware, and the blade finish. So there were 500 of them made. I got 4 of them, so there's plenty left out there, I would imagine. I know GP Knives has them in stock. I think I checked last night and they have them in stock. Blade HQ may still have them in stock, so check it out. If you don't like it, then I'm sure it will be easy to resell, since it's an exclusive and it was limited to 500 run, or 500 pieces. So anyway, I'm gonna keep this video short. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.